don't they like me? I'm afraid to go to school. How do I handle this? Maybe I'm too sensitive. Why won't my friends stand up for me? I'm not good enough.
So today we are talking about bullying. Now we all either know somebody or have our own experiences with bullying. It's nothing new. It's been around since the beginning of human people. Bullying is something that's been here forever. But today we're gonna debunk some beliefs that we maybe have about bullying and learn about what God says about treating other people well. So what is bullying? So the first picture that I think of when I think of bullying is this big, tough guy with big muscles who shakes around a little kid who's smaller than him by his ankle saying, "Give me all your lunch money or I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich." And then all the kid's change falls out of his pockets, the poor thing. That's the first image that I think of, even though it's super silly. And although, while that big, tough guy still exists as bullies, there are so many more ways that people can be bullies. Nowadays, it comes in all shapes and sizes and genders and statuses and backgrounds. Bullies are everywhere. And did you guys know, when I was in middle school, I was bullied? See, there was this girl that moved to town and she used her big, tough, and mean words to bully a lot of people, and I was one of them. For me, she made fun of me because I was a Christian, because I was a cheerleader, because I got good grades in school, and because I didn't fool around with boys like so many other people did. She mocked me and my faith all the time, calling me a prude prep, and talked so much bad things, not only to my face, but to other people too, trying to get them to not be my friends anymore, and sometimes it worked. She even pushed me in the halls. She told people that she was gonna beat me up one day after school. And it gave me so much anxiety about everything that was going on to where I was afraid to go to school. I'd come home days and I'd be crying to my parents because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to make it stop. So I need to clarify something about bullying. Guys, it's not bullying if you don't like somebody or somebody doesn't like you. It's not bullying if you have a disagreement. Even if it gets a little bit heated, it doesn't necessarily mean that anyone's being bullied. And here's the thing that I really want you to know, is that we all play a role in bullying. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. Now you might think, I am nice to everyone, I am definitely not a bully. Well, while I know that might be true a lot of the times, I also know that you're imperfect, just like I'm imperfect, and sometimes we can treat other people unkindly. And you know, Jesus never actually uses the word bullying in the Bible, but he does talk a lot about how we should treat other people. So let's open up our Bibles and see what he says. So let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Verse 43 is where we're gonna start, and let's read it together. "You have heard the law that says, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that. But you're to be perfect, as your Father in heaven is perfect." Man, those verses are so powerful. And what it means is that we need to be kind and loving to everybody. Whether you're being bullied, or your friend is being bullied, or you're just somebody on the sidelines watching it happen, it means that we cannot retaliate back out of hurt and anger to be mean to them in return. It means we need to show them love, no matter what, no matter if they're unkind to us or not. We need to be loving to everyone. And now, I know we're not going to be perfect at this because we're all imperfect. But God wants us to make the right choices. He wants us to try. He wants us to show love even when it is so hard. You know, when I was being bullied, I wasn't awesome at this. I tried so hard to be kind, and most of the time I just ignored her in the hall and just walked right past. I even prayed for her. But there was a time after she shoved me in the hallway that I retaliated back, and I snapped back at her. I thought that maybe if I retaliated back that she would stop and she would leave me alone. So I used the strongest words I know how with the strongest curse word that I ever heard. And that was wrong of me. And you know what? It just gave her more ammo to mock me and my faith and to question God and who He was to me. It wasn't right. I didn't do good in that moment, and it didn't help anything. It just fueled the fire. That's why we need to show love no matter what. You know what did work? Prayer and kindness. So there was a Friday that I went home from school and I was just a mess. I was crying and I was so upset, and I went to my parents and they told me to let's all get on our knees in prayer. And so me and my parents did just that. And we cried out to God, and I begged Him. I said, God, I need you to intervene. I need you to do something. I need you to stop this because I don't know what to do anymore. And you know what? When I went to school that Monday, everything was different. By the end of the day, I got a note from my bully apologizing to me for how she treated me, asking me for forgiveness, and to even be her friend. Now, I don't know what happened to her over that weekend, but I do know that God showed up in a way, and He changed her heart and her mind, helping her to see what she did was wrong. And she never bullied me again. Now, my situation with bullying was pretty blatant and easy to see that it was bullying. It was textbook. But sometimes bullying can actually be easy to hide. It can be easy to point the finger and say, oh, that person's being a bully, but then easier to hide that we are being the bully. But the truth is that God doesn't just see or hear what we say to other people. He also sees our hearts. We might be able to easily hide the fact that we're bullies from others by punching our brother under the table or doing it behind closed doors, being nasty to somebody's face. But God sees our hearts and intentions. So if you're really honest with yourself and you take a good look in the mirror inward to your heart and to your intentions, what would you see? Would you see that maybe some of your actions have been bullying to other people? Maybe today you need to ask God for forgiveness for treating other people badly. Maybe today you need to ask somebody specific for forgiveness, like my bully did to me, because you treated them bad. Maybe today you need to make the choice to love people, no matter if they're kind to you or not. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, and let's start loving people the way we want to be loved, the way God has called us to be loved, so that we can end bullying in our lives once and for all.